Falcons and the Oakland Raiders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go. And Lobo.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Now a first down carry by Bell. The man from nearby Richmond, Tack McKinley, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Move. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
5 yards on the pickup. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Le'Veon Bell. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Ryan looking in zone for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Cleveland Farrell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Hey, box truck.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll drop to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into third and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. They'll run it with Bell. 20. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Marr now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Geis with a carry on second down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Now Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Jones. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Bravo! Here we go. Mike, 55.
Throwing on 2nd down. Ryan, he'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Room to run past midfield. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking in zone for Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Jim. Recon, 132 fight. Set hot.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Bird on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be
At their own 44-yard line.
about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Here's Ryan to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big... And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brings up third down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of... .32 that time.
First down.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Slip. 51, south. 51, south. Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Complete to Jones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Ryan off to Geis on the screen. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Give him 30 yards there.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Red, 90, ball. We're championship, baby. Lock it. Six guys. We're switch. Ready, go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Second and 1. On the move to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Mike check 33. 33. Charlie. Hey, check.
They'll set up to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan, throw caught here by Bird. And he lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. But he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go. Mike check 33. 33. Watch the run.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out, and the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Watch the twist.
Nice 7, let's go. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
26-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. Letting one go deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Geis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. One last shot for Ryan. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when Coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough,